Thank you. I'm a sociology professor at Princeton, and this is a project I'm working on with a number of people there. And the idea is to try to figure out a way to collect and aggregate preferences and ideas. So this is a fundamental problem in all kinds of social research. And the main way that we address this now is surveys. And many people here have had the experience of filling out a survey and probably being frustrated with filling out a survey. Also, when designing a survey, there's a fear that you are not going to be able to collect information about everything that you want because you can only collect information about what you know about ahead of time. Surveys are very top-down, and they're not bottom-up. So it's hard for something new to really bubble up. And sort of one way to think about open government is we want to have tools that let things bubble up. But things exist for information to come from the bottom up, like town hall meetings and focus groups, but those have the problem that they're slow and expensive and hard to quantify. So what we'd like is something that has the speed and scale and quantifiability of a survey with the bottom-up adaptive nature that you get from a focus group or a town hall meeting. And that's what we are working on. And the inspiration for our project was this website, Kitten War. So if you go to kittenwar.com, then you will not hear anything else I say for the rest of the talk. But this is what you will see. You'll see 2 kittens, and you can vote on whichever kitten you think is cuter. And then 2 new kittens come up, and you can vote again, and again, and again, and again, and again. And one of the things that Themes has come up is that things have to be fun. And anyone who visits this site will see that this very simple voting mechanism can be quite fun, especially when you have cute kittens. So now what comes out of this is this. These are the kittens that win the most. And I think they're pretty cute. And these are the kittens that win the least. And so you can see that through this very simple voting mechanism, a very clear signal has emerged. Now, the other thing that's really neat about this is that these kittens were all uploaded by visitors to the website. So this is entirely user-generated content that's then user-sorted into this. So the idea was, can we do this with ideas instead of just pictures of kittens? So we did a project last fall with the undergraduate student government at Princeton. So they wanted to find the best ideas for improving campus life. And the student government board brainstormed 200 ideas that they thought would be good. So you obviously can't put 200 ideas on a survey, and maybe they don't even have the best ideas in that pool, because maybe they're totally out of touch. Some of the other students might think so. So we set up this website like Kitten War, where people could come and they were presented with 2 options. Which do you want more? Bike racks or longer hours in the library? People vote, and then 2 new options appear. And then also at any time you can upload your own idea. So the student government sent out 1 email to the entire student body, and that generated 2,000 unique student participants. So that's 40% of the undergrads from 1 email. They cast 40,000 votes and uploaded 100 new ideas. In the end, 2 out of the top 5 ideas were uploaded by students, or were not included in the student government's top 200. So since then, what we've been doing is working on a way of making this system available to any group or organization anywhere in the world. And that's what All Our Ideas is. So anyone can come to this website and create their own idea marketplace. So for example, you could imagine doing one. Which do you want more to improve the Grand Street subway station? Then you pick your own URL. So this is what you would send out to members of your group or advertise in the subway station. Grand Street. Then you paste in a bunch of ideas that we brainstormed a little bit before. So I've dumped in about 25 ideas. And here it is. So now you can send out this address, www.allarideas.org/Grand Street, and people can come and vote. So I personally like air conditioning in the subways. And you can see that the voting mechanism is extremely simple. And the idea is that all of these sort of crowdsourcing tools will only work if people want to use them and are able to use them. So one of the things we heard a lot about is accessibility. This is quite easy. And then if you have a new idea, you can upload it right here. So I might want clowns on the every night. And then that will go into the queue to be voted on by others. Or a bug will happen. So that's the site, that's how it works. And so to wrap up, it's simple to create, simple for people to use. It's very scalable, so you could easily set one of these up for every subway station in the city, every library in the city, every elementary school in the city. Any kind of scale like that is totally fine. It's free in the sense that it's free, it doesn't cost any money, but it's also free in the sense that it's open source, so all of our code is available. We have an API that we're working on that people can use to do whatever they want with. And finally, it's constantly improving.
So I want to add that it runs under text browsers. Really impressed.
Okay.
It runs under links. I mean, when you say accessibility, you cannot be more accessible than that.
We're doing our best. And so I recently just got a grant from Google to continue this research project, so there's going to be more coming in the way of better algorithms, better statistical models to handle the data, and also more software development to make those tools accessible. And we're also thinking about adding a new web developer, so if you know anyone who's interested in working on an open source academic project, come and talk to me, please. Thank you. Oh yeah, sure. So another thing we talked about is transparency. So with this system, anyone can click here to see the results, and everyone can see the same results that everyone else can see in real time. So if you think about the way a survey usually works, like let's say with the student government, people would do something on SurveyMonkey, and then maybe the student government would send out a report with their summary of the data. But that has some possibilities for funny business. Whereas here, in our site, the person who creates the question has no more information than anyone else. And so what we want to do in the future is push more of this information about the voting patterns out to the users. Right now, though, everyone can see this, and then, so that's the results. And they come out also in a clear metric. So the scores go from 0 to 100, and that represents the estimated probability that this idea would win a contest against the set of comparable ideas, the set of other ideas. So one of the things that this does, it forces people to prioritize. So if you have, how much do you want this on a scale of 1 to 5, you can say, I want everything 5, 5, 5. But here, it's all relative to the other options that are available.
Thank you. That's very, very good. My next question would be, if I'm not the creator, but I know there's something there that I want to add, is that something I can do, or do I have to contact the creator?
No, you can add your idea right here.
Oh.
Right here. So in the student government example, we had 100 new ideas uploaded.
Oh, can be ongoing.
Anyone can upload an idea at any time, which then will go into the queue and be voted on by others.
And to search for polls that have or have not yet been created, there's a search function that allows you to.
You can search for ideas within each of these idea marketplaces, but you can't search across them. So the model is like a mother site with lots of baby sites that are completely independent.
In this system here, are the two ideas always pitted? Are the same two ideas always pitted against each other?
No. Right now, this is a random process, and one of the things we're working on is figuring out statistical and algorithmic ways of extracting as much information as possible from each vote. Because we get to choose what people vote on, so we should be picking these pairs very intelligently.
Because if they were constantly, if you had one that was very popular, the other idea might be, really as popular, it's a clear loser to this other one. Okay, so it's
randomized and soon to be adaptive and smart based on all the other votes that we've seen.
Should we move on to the next topic?
Sure. I'll be around for a while, but I won't be here tomorrow. So if you want to talk, please come and talk to me tonight, because we're looking for users.